Both of these teams, Richard, both great passing squads. Two of the better assist teams in the NBA.
This is how basketball was intended to be played. A team offense, making the extra pass, moving the ball. This is the type of basketball that basketball people love to watch.
Yeah, it's a beautiful brand of ball for sure. Just a joy to watch. And now the Atlanta Hawks starters. Hunter is the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young runs point with Murray at the 2. And it's Capella in at the 5. Pass to Johnson. On the wing, Finney-Smith. And here's Bridges. Guarded by Capella. And Bridges good for 3.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And here are the Hawks now. It's a 3-point game. Dinwiddie against Young. Kicks it out to Collins. Outside Young. To the paint. Clock at 6. Murray. Claxton with a rebound.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all. And in 2021, when the Nets traded for James Harden, they became the favorites. And after it all fell apart last season, many were left wondering what might have been. He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
Here's Young. Here's Collins. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And one of the bright young stars in this league. Collins is aggressive, and he makes plays.
Free throw is good from Collins. You know, for the Nets, history repeating itself. Think back to 2013, their trade with the Celtics, creating another star trio. It didn't work out, and it set the franchise back for years, RJ.
Yeah, but credit the front office. They made something out of nothing. They got young assets, and they got them these stars. And they are still in a relatively strong position because they got a ton of picks in return.
Dinwiddie gets the bucket.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Young way outside. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
The shot by Johnson, no good. Atlanta's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Young against Dinwiddie. Young can't hit. The Nets have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Ooh, stolen by Murray. Young on the attack. Capella finds Collins. Now here's Hunter. Outside Young. Fires for 3. Claxton with a rebound.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
And Clint Capella takes pride in his defense. He knows what he's on the floor for. He will never back down from a challenge and doesn't take plays off. And clearly not enough defensive presence there.
Boy, he just took advantage and a ferocious jam.
That's what lackluster defense will get you. You deserve to get dunked on with that type of effort.
Dinwiddie gets the bucket. And with Capella in his defense, he's a vocal leader on that end of the floor, Grant.
Well, he will hold guys accountable in the locker room. Capella knows it takes 5 committed players to play great defense, and he wants everyone on his team to buy in. Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Three-pointer. Dinwiddie, no good. The Hawks trailing. Young attacking. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. The Nets have gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Here's Dinwiddie. There's the drive. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Inside. On the wing, Finney-Smith. Nails it from beyond the arc.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Collins a screen. Young from long range. Young missing again.
The green light they gave him early, should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
To the inside. Out to Bridges. Lets it go from the wing. Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Bridges. Second shot opportunity. Capella with the defensive effort. Here's Murray. Now Young. He's covered by Dinwiddie. Capella screen on Dinwiddie. Young from long range gets the 3-ball to go. Young's got 6 points.
And so shifty with great handles. Young gets the defender to commit, then takes full advantage.
And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
The previous play is under review.
You always prefer to get it right.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So the replay was conclusive. Call overturned. Grant, that one's going to count.
And BA, you can argue against replay all you want, but at the end of the day, you want it to be a level playing field. You want the call to be correct.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. More to... We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Nets. They've got Johnson, Nicholas Claxton out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point. So that's the Nets 5. Back to Johnson, pass to Dinwiddie. Outside Finney-Smith. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And so it's Atlanta with it. They trail by 9. Dinwiddie against Young. And there's the lob. And the layup is good. Give him 8 points now.
And although Young is a smaller guard, he doesn't lack confidence, even amongst the trees. And you know what, Trae Young? He almost embraces being the villain to other teams' fan bases. It's like he feeds off the fans heckling him on the road.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
For 3. Knocks down the long J. Young's got 11.
Known for his long-range shooting, when Young gets some wiggle room, he fires with confidence.
Grant, as you said with Young, he's been the villain in the playoffs more than a few times.
Yeah, B.A. Players who can embrace that are good for the NBA. Trae Young has fun being a thorn as a visiting player, and he always backs it up with his play.
Bogdanovich up top. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Down low. It's stolen by Bogdanovich. To the paint. The kick out to Young. Pass to Bay. Now Bogdanovich. Just 5 on the clock. From deep, Capella. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Back to Bridges. Plenty of space. And it's good. 2 points. Bridges has gotten his second bucket on the night.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Back to Capella. Outside for Bay. Beyond the arc. Leaps for it. Brooklyn with the board. Claxton's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
You know, this Hawks team really does score the ball well. Lots of dynamic players on this team. And Young has made a huge difference in their production. Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Here's Bogdanovich. They get it back. Here's Capella. Pass to Collins. Tipped. To the middle. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Here's Young. Here's Bay. And he banks in the layup. Bay's got his first points of the night. So about Atlanta, just how far can this team make it?
Well, B.A., there's no question they'll be efficient on the offensive end. The question is, can they put everything else together and be a complete team? That'll ultimately be the difference.
Atlanta has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Young way outside. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got 11 rebounds in the game. For 3, Bridges. Yes, and a nice assist from Dinwiddie. Bridges has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
The Hawks have gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. And a deep 3 from Young. No good on the shot. And Brooklyn will come the other way. From deep 3-point range. And the ball out of play. The Nets will have it. So Brooklyn ends up going with a new group. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Here's Brooklyn. They're on a 10-2 run here. And here's Curry for 3. Fires in the triple. Curry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
O'Neal on the wing. Back to Curry. Here's Thomas. 3-pointer off the mark. And that concludes the first half. It's the Nets. Thank you, Allie. Good stuff.
32. The Hawks. 17.
As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder. Young and Bogdanovic team up in the backcourt. John Collins out there with Okongwu. And it's Bay in at the 3. Here's Bogdanovic going inside. Atlanta gets it back. Young with it. Fades. Drills it from deep. Young's got 14 points.
Yeah, often shooting from way beyond the arc. Young easily pops in the short-range 3.
Well, we talk about the critical importance of the wing position, RJ. From the time you played, how do you think that position has evolved?
Well, when you talk about positionless basketball, it really falls on the forwards. You want them to have more responsibilities. You want them to be able to guard 1 through 5. You want to be able to run your offense through them. So the wings in positionless basketball have a lot more responsibility.
And when John Collins takes off from the floor, you can feel your hair start to stand up.
One of the most explosive players in the league with this incredible liftoff. A strong step to the rim, and he can demolish anything in his path. Simply an electric player at times.
Here's Murray. Brooklyn with the board. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. That's good from Simmons on the assist from Curry. And the Nets lead by 11.
You know Simmons can get physical when he has to, going right through the contact.
Bogdanovic passes to Bay. Here's Collins. And no good. And Brooklyn will go the other way with it. Inside. Back to Simmons. Pass to Harris. From deep. Sinks the tray. Harris has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
The pass pass-first nature of Simmons. Fantastic job scanning the floor and finding the open teammate.
Bogdanovich passes to Bay. Oh, there's the alley! And Collins with the slam.
Throw it anywhere near Collins, he'll take care of the rest, putting his athleticism and length to perfect use.
Here's Curry. That one a little long. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Down low. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Simmons. Harris left side. O'Neal on the wing. And stolen by Bay. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Outside Bogdanovich. Poke loose. Brooklyn has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Here's Thomas. And the officials call the over the back. A little too aggressive there.
A terrific box out that draws the over the back call.
He had to know that call was coming. You can't treat another guy like a jungle gym out there.
And the Hawks going from the Eastern Conference Finals to the 8th seed via play-in. A bit of a step backwards last year.
Yeah, you know, growing as a young team has its ups and downs. Hawks know they can be better than the 8th seed. They now have an expectation of a playoff caliber ball club.
Curry against Murray. Pass to O'Neal. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. They'll pin that one on John Collins.
Man, the defender really went after him.
He hits the second from the line. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Outside Bogdanovich. A shot from the high post. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Bogdanovich has gotten his first bucket of the night.
Well within his arsenal. Bogdanovich doesn't hesitate when given the mid-range jump shot.
Back to O'Neal. And a fast break now for the Hawks. Bay from long range. The rebound by Ben Simmons. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. The kick out, Curry. Pass to Thomas. And a nice finish on the layup. And the Nets lead by 13.
Well, the analytics would say take either that shot or something from downtown.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Now here's Bogdanovich. Tightly guarded. On the take. Ooh, went in there strong and tried to power it down. But he drew the contact, and he'll head to the line. You know, you watch Bogey and how he can orchestrate. He's an underrated playmaker, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., the assist numbers don't jump out at you. But he has great court vision at all times. Runs the pick and roll well and is shifty in the paint.
So Brooklyn ends up going with a new group.
Yeah, one of the more consistent scorers in the NBA. Bogdanovich is an asset for this team.
Bridges passes to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Collins a screen. There's Young with the 3. Connects from downtown. Young's got 6 here in the quarter.
This is where Young most resembles Steph Curry. Both have range almost out to half court.
Offensive board. Dinwiddie outside. 3-pointer. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
He's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Nets out in front, leading by 14. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Mikal Bridges, Cameron Johnson out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Nicholas Claxton, and it's Dinwiddie in at the one. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Young way outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. From deep, Johnson. Rebounded by the Hawks. Collins has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Stolen by Dinwiddie. Bridges against Bogdanovich. Over Bridges. Bogdanovich, no good. Brooklyn has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Outside, Finney-Smith. Dinwiddie outside. To the right side. From deep, Johnson. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And Atlanta shooting only 29% in this one. Not great. Young against Dinwiddie. High post Young. Outside Hunter. Back to Young. 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. Kept alive. Here's Capella. Got a hand on it. And a slam dunk by Capella. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Here's Dinwiddie. Bridges outside. Pass to Finney-Smith. Out to Bridges. It's stolen by Bogdanovich. Young way outside. Claxton with a rebound. The Nets have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Back to Bridges. To the wing on the left. Screen by Claxton. Bridges outside. To the inside. Finney-Smith. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Young can't hit. RJ, you're in the middle of a few trades in your career, to put it lightly. What's that like as a player to get moved around so much?
Thanks for bringing that up so sweetly, Brian. I appreciate that. Look, there's pros and cons to this. It's nice to know that another organization wants you for whatever reason, but it's also tough to leave an organization that you had a connection to, the fan base. But eventually, you figure it out.
So the Nets making a switch here. Simmons is checked in, and a change for the Hawks. Murray's checked in for Bogdanovich. Collins with it, and Dinwiddie picks him up defensively.
It seems like every miss ends up in his hands. He's been unreal.
You aren't exaggerating. You don't get to 20 rebounds without having a special talent for grabbing misses.
Sends it home from three-point land. Dinwiddie's got 21.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Atlanta again missing.
They say it's a make-or-miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
Pass to Simmons. It's Bridges on the wing. Outside Johnson. Back to Claxton. Here's Dinwiddie. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the baseline. Out to Bridges. Here's Claxton. Over to the wing. Fires the 3. And there's Dinwiddie. That one's good. On the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th assist with that last one.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Nets.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
Atlanta's got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the 4th. 0 for 4.
Nets foul. Spencer Dinwiddie. First personal foul. First team foul.
.55 seconds left in the final quarter.
Good instincts to read the path and get in a position to pick it off.
Bridges passes to Dinwiddie. Back to Bridges. From deep, Johnson knocks down the triple.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Bridges against Murray. Looking to end the drought. Drains the triple.
DeJounte Murray.
Murray sees your three and raises you another one right back at you.
Now Simmons. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. We saw two different teams. Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This
About this, what you appreciate about this matchup, the team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And, Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Morris and Beal are the guards. Daniel Gafford is out there with Porzingis, and it's Kuzma in at the 3 spot. Morris passes to Gafford, and Gafford throws it down.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Back to Dinwiddie. Over Morris. Finney Smith passes to Claxton. The 3 from Johnson. Traps in the tray.
You know, guys, that's the selfish attitude of Mikal Bridges. So willing to give it up to an open guy.
Morris dishes to Beal. Back to Morris. Passes it to Gafford. Here's Porzingis, and that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And last season, the Nets were a favorite to win it all. But, Greg, a first-round sweep by the Celtics proved a very rude awakening.
And Kyrie missing so many games. How about Harden wanting out? Hard to build chemistry and continuity. That has to be the focus moving forward.
And here we go. Brooklyn, fast break. Uncovered. Rebounded by the Wizards. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Beal, the pass to Morris. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Morris. And Kuzma slams it in.
Oh, Kyle Kuzma off his feet in a hurry. Nice finish.
Dinwiddie against Morris. Kicks it out to Johnson. Fires for 3. No good on the shot. And the Wizards now going the other way. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thanks. Yeah, the Nets head coach and I were able to chat. He told me they'll be looking to stretch the defense with their ability to knock down shots from deep. He said success on the outside translates to success on the inside. Sounds like instead of going inside out, they're going to go outside in. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David.
Well, put all that size to good use. Rip it off the backboard.
And the points coming for them now, Greg and bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
And Washington has possession. Right side, Beal. Morris inside. Dinwiddie covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Beal.
That's quickness and size working in Finney Smith's favor on the defensive end, making it very tough for the shooter to get any kind of look around him.
I just love the determination on that backboard. Coming out of the gates really, really strong.
Yeah, we're seeing some early signs that he is on his game. That putback's a good illustration of the work he's ready to put in tonight.
Now, here's Bridges. And the first shot of the night for him missing. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's the pass to Kuzma. And Beal kicks to Morris. Outside for Beal. There's the drive. That's tipped. Morris against Dinwiddie. And Johnson now top of the key. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Wizards leading by 5. Gafford with the ball. Defended by Dinwiddie.
And he just big boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low. Really difficult for them to defend.
On the wing, Bridges. He's covered by Beal. Finney Smith passes to Johnson. Here's Claxton. Can they get it? And he hits the jump shot.
You know, he could have looked to score that himself, but in this particular instance, the advantage is playing inside out.
Porzingis sets the pick for Beal. Out to Porzingis. Fires the three. That shot missing. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Bridges passes to Finney-Smith. They get it back. Johnson outside. The Nets working the ball around now. In the corner, it's Bridges. Second shot opportunity. And the rejection by Gafford. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Gafford. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Porzingis kicks to Beal. Back to Porzingis. A fader. And so it's Daniel Gafford making highlights for the Washington Wizards. Between his points and his rebounds.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your next.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Wizards.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. Morris and Beal are the guards. Porzingis is out there with Daniel Gafford. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward.
Well, the Washington Wizards trying to get their organization on track. I think bringing in Wes Unseld to lead that coaching staff is critical. Maintaining your tie to Bradley Beal is equally important. But boy, guys, it has been a while since they've had real success. Their last finals trip, 1979.
And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
No one better to answer with the three ball than Mr. Bradley Beal.
Simmons passes to Bridges. Simmons sets a screen for Bridges. Johnson for three. The shot that time not on target. And Washington the other way now. And Doris, what do you think the Wizards need to make a deeper run at the playoffs?
Well, ambition is certainly a good place to start, but you have got to understand this is a process. And I think the change in management, the change in head coaching position, and the acquisition of someone like Kyle Kuzma, who's a multi-positional wing player that's important. Still a lot of questions for this organization. Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Dinwiddie with it, guarded now by Morris. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Morris. Porzingis has got the lead up to 9 now for Washington. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. Johnson dishes to Bridges. It's good from long range.
We know Mikal Bridges is a legit threat from deep, and boy, does he love the corners.
Beal against Bridges. Out to Porzingis. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And Doris, when healthy, do you think Porzingis can still be an all-star caliber player in this league?
Yeah, you know what, Kevin, I absolutely do. Porzingis very capable nightly of giving you 20 and 10. And at 7'3", because he can space up and make jump shots, he is always valuable. The key to me is 2 things. Stay healthy and make sure you're locked in defensively. He can be a great shot blocker. I think he needs to lock in there.
For 3, Bridges. Kuzma pulls it in. Wizards leading by 8. There's the dish to Beal. Back to Kuzma. It's Beal on the wing. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. GA, he's asked to carry a big-time scoring, but Bradley Beal makes his teammates better as well.
And that's an area, Kevin, he has really grown. And his playmaking, when the defense overcommits, you make them pay with the pass.
Morris against Dinwiddie. Here's Bridges. And stolen by Kuzma. In transition, here come the Wizards. Porzingis has got the ball. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Wizards ownership has promised to never hit the hard reset button we saw from teams in recent years like the Sixers. But the fact remains that this is a franchise that last enjoyed a 50-win season in 1979. So for the patient, diehard fans in the DMV, seems the wait for a true contender may take a lot longer. Kevin?
Well, time will tell, David. Thanks. Nets trail by 10. Dinwiddie passes to Johnson. Lets it go with the 3. Washington with the rebound.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Morris, no good. Brooklyn's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. And Simmons kicks to Johnson. Offline with his 3. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. 10-point lead. This is their big desire.
You add the ability to put it on the deck and drive to the cup with his shooting ability, and Kyle Kuzma's problematic to guard.
Back to Johnson. The Nets working the ball around now. Simmons sets a screen for Bridges. And the Nets miss again. And here are the Wizards now. They're on an 11-3 run. Gafford finds Beal from deep. Not happening with that shot. He's put up 5 and made 2. For Brooklyn, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Oh, Beal in position. To the paint. And Gafford throws it down.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
Bridges outside. On the wing, Johnson. Pass to Claxton. Johnson kicks to Dinwiddie. Bridges, no one around him. And the Nets miss again. It's Beal on the wing. He's got 7. That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, Porzingis, because he's a scoring threat, that's going to open up opportunities for him to find his teammates.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Wizards out front. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Without question, Daniel Gafford displaying his skills today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
Joe Harris is out there with O'Neal. Then it's Curry. Then it's Simmons. And it's Thomas in at the 2-guard. That's true for Jacques Vaughn getting going here in the second half. It's his first trip to the line.
And Simmons is an asset in so many ways. Maybe most of all, his defense.
Well, unequivocally, Greg, this guy can guard 1 through 4. And I'm going to say because of the length and the strength he has, in a pinch, he could also guard most 5s. He's terrific on the defensive glass, and he can put a ton of pressure on you in his transition game. Like, this guy is a special talent.
Here's Kispert. From outside, off the mark. Nets trail by 17. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Rebound by Kispert.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
Now, here's Avdia. D right on him. Spins. Shoots from the high post. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And the Wizards lead by 19. Simmons, a screen on none. Curry passes to Simmons. Out to Harris. The three from Mills. Rebound by Kispert. Wizards leading by 19 points. Beal from long range. Ben Simmons with the rebound. For Brooklyn, they've gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. From outside the arc. That's good from Harris on the assist by Simmons. Harris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And there's the drive. Here's Gibson. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Corey Kispert.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Of course, last season was a tough one for the Wizards. What was the biggest missing ingredient that you saw?
Well, I think there were so many things going on with the organization, Kevin. First and foremost, you brought in Wes Unseld as your coach. It was a great move, but obviously you have to institute an entirely new system on both ends of the floor. Obviously, they had some key personnel that were hurt during periods of the season. So a lot of new faces across the board for this team. So much went into their struggles.
Beal gets a wide open look. Good on the triple. Beal's got 12 in the game.
Bradley Beal may be the premier off guard in our league, and off a clean pass, turn the lights out. That's going down.
To the middle.
Last 2 minutes.
Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Now, here's Kispert, guarded by Harris. Kispert, the pass to Gibson, and stolen by Simmons. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, Kristaps Porzingis famously earned the nickname the Unicorn for his combination of size and skill. Former All-Star, injuries have held him back. But now a new team presents a new opportunity. KP says, take my game to the next level because my body is going to be healthy, and that's it. Well, Kevin, let's hope so.
Absolutely. He has had injuries along the way, but the talent is obvious. David, thanks. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Kispert, wide open. He fires. Drills the three-pointer. Kispert's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Avdia can't hit. Brooklyn's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. In the corner, it's Harris. He kicks to Simmons. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. One on Kispert.
Well, because of his size, when he's on the interior with the ball in his hands, Ben Simmons is a problem.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for O'Neal. Johnson comes in for Joe Harris. Bridges, he's checked in for Patty Mills. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Seth Curry. Avdia can't hit. Bridges dishes to Dinwiddie. With 4 seconds on the clock and too long on the shot. And so it's the Washington Wizards with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So the Wizards 5 right now. Bradley Beal is out there with Kendrick Nunn. Then it's Taj Gibson. Then it's Avdia. And it's Kispert in at the small forward. Doors with the officials calling slightly fewer fouls. It seems like we see a more physical game on the floor. What do you think?
I think it's a change for the better, Kevin. Obviously, you want guys to be safe, but the defense must be allowed to do their job.
No good from Finney-Smith. Wizards leading by 22. None with it. Defended by Dinwiddie. Here's Kispert. Pass to Avdia. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Finney-Smith. Back to Johnson. Bridges outside. 5 on the clock. The 3. Here's Claxton, and that one is hammered home.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what, Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Bridges kicks to Dinwiddie. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Dinwiddie's got 5 points now this quarter.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over. And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that simply stated a terrific play.
Bridges finds Johnson. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Back to Bridges. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
Beal, that's for 2. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That's his first foul.
This guy is such a dominant offensive talent. When he gets to his spot, he just goes to work.
Dinwiddie outside. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Here's Nunn. And he recovers it. Beal, the pass to Nunn. Kicks it to Avdia. To the inside. Dinwiddie with the steal. Bridges outside. Shoots off the step back. Rebound by the Wizards. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Down low. And he converts the layup. And the Wizards lead by 21.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Finney-Smith can't get it to go.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Kispert stolen away. Johnson kicks to Dinwiddie. On the wing, Bridges. Defended by Nunn.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Bridges finds Dinwiddie. To the inside. Here's Finney-Smith. Three-pointer. Here's Claxton, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Wizards.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Beal.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
And the other thing, guys, that they've been very effective at is shooting the long-range jumpers. The defense has been having trouble closing out to them in this game in particular.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Basketball.
There's 39 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Dinwiddie. And again, it's the Nets missing. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. 17-point game.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Dinwiddie's shot is off. And here's none. Dishes it to Abia. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony.
timeout grant. Neither team in a hurry to get in transition.
Yeah, B.A., these teams have almost a throwback style to how they play. They don't want to get up and down and play fast. They want to go slow, and that takes players who have patience and discipline. Tonight will be a tactical battle.
And now the Washington Wizards starters. Morris and Beal are the backcourt pair. Kyle Kuzma out there with Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Gafford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Hard to defend Trae Young from out there because he's a master at creating space.
Beal finds Morris. Here's Gafford. That one is off. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Outside Murray. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Every time I see Murray, I'm reminded that he has a lot of moves around the cup.
Kuzma drives in, and it's Kuzma finishing it off.
Oh, man, exploding to the rim.
Yep, makes the simple play.
You know, the Wizards really came up short last season on the defensive end. They consistently struggled to get stops, which makes it twice as hard to win games.
Young can't hit. And it's Wizards ball. It's a three-point game. Beal, the pass to Kuzma. Off target from three-point range. The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Just wonder how the Wizards can remedy their defensive weaknesses from last year.
Well, B.A., mindset is a big part of it. They just need to have better focus on pressuring the ball handlers and making sure shots are getting well contested.
Gafford against Capella. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now. The Hawks have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Outside Murray. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up.
And the DeJounte Murray trade sort of came out of left field. It seemed mutual as the Spurs went to a younger direction and wanted Murray to play for a contender. A trade where everyone involved gets what they want.
I love how DeJounte Murray plays with reckless abandon. He is fearless with his body, and that can often give him an edge against the D.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And the Hawks with possession here. After the basket by Washington. The kick to Hunter. Collins outside. 5 to shoot, and he drives in. And Collins with the slam.
An explosive leaper, Collins hangs in the air, puts on a show.
Kuzma outside to the middle. Here's Morris. Out to Beal. Porzingis passes to Beal. Goes back up. Capella with a block.
What you like about Capella as a shot blocker is the patience. He waits until the shooter commits.
Morris against Young. From deep. Gafford grabs the miss.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot. One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
Here's Young. That shot missing. Good D by Porzingis. Washington trailing. Pass to Gafford. Porzingis with it. Morris outside. Beal from outside. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 from deep. Collins with a screen on Morris. Young from long range. Rebound by the Wizards. Gafford with the ball. And Capella picks him up defensively. Kuzma for 3. Great positioning on the putback.
Hey, it's what every youth coach says. Follow your shot. This is why you do it, for those easy putbacks.
The drive by Murray. Young against Morris. Trae Young, that's good. Young's got 9.
When you have a slick ball handler like Trae Young, you can run pick and roll as much as you like.
Here's Beal. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's Young. And he drains it. That basket makes him 4 for 9.
Good scoring field by Trae Young inside, finding a path to a beautiful shot.
And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot. That's good from Kuzma. Kuzma hits them both.
Kyle Kuzma is trying to be more of a team player. Whether he's coming off the bench or starting, he's starting to accept his role.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. And it's Murray finishing it off.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Here's Young. The 3. And the Hawks with another 3.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless.
And so it's Atlanta. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Hawks?
They came out firing from deep. It's always good for a team's confidence when you can start a game that hot.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
Collins plays the 4 with Capella at the 5. Young and Bogdanovich team up in the backcourt, and it's Bay in at the 3, small forward. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
In the 2021 playoffs, Trae Young was unreal, leading the Atlanta Hawks to the Eastern Conference Finals. The first round series against the Knicks was memorable.
And Smitty, Trae Young in New York, electric against the Knicks.
He was, B.A. He was taunting the crowd in the Mecca. We saw another level of Trae Young, the ability to be the man in a series, doing it on the biggest stage in New York City.
Bogdanovich passes to Young. He's still feeling it. Doesn't go for him. And Washington the other way now. They kick it out to Porzingis. Off the mark there with a 3. Atlanta's gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. And a deep 3 from Young. And they get it back. Kept it on the break, but couldn't sink the tray. Kuzma drives in. Can't get it to drop. Good D by Bay. The Hawks leading. Outside Young. Collins passes to Young. Outside Bogdanovich. Collins outside. The Hawks need to get one up here. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. The Wizards have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Here's Beal. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to go on Bogdanovich.
Got to be cautious guarding Beal because he's skilled at drawing contact while shooting.
And Beal drops them both.
And look at this. This summer, a 5-year extension for Bradley Beal. One of the richest contracts in NBA history. Over $240 million. And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Well, Brian, the Wizards have been aggressively reshaping their roster. What they haven't done is tear it down and start a rebuild. That's often the most popular route for teams stuck in the middle, but the Wizards seem to be hoping they can catch lightning in a bottle. Back to you.
No appetite for the restart, Allie. Thanks. There's Young with the 3. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it. And he's certainly elite. But does it surprise you that Bradley Beal has one of the biggest contracts in the NBA, Grant?
And that's just how it works. I mean, give it a few years and all the stars will be paid the same. That said, it must be nice. Those are big checks.
And early in his career, Porzingis was a shot creator. You think he can get back to that, Grant?
You know, B.A., yeah. In Dallas, his role was more catch and shoot. So it'll be interesting to see in a different system how active a role KP can fill, especially going to work inside.
Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it. The Wizards have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Kuzma, the pass to Gafford. Here's Porzingis. Back to Gafford. On the wing, Kuzma fires the three. Gets the 3 ball to go. Kuzma's got 7.
This is Kuzma's game. You set me up, I'll knock it down.
Young from long range hits a 3-pointer.
When you get faced up at one end, you want to get it back at the other.
And you know he was going to try to respond. Those threes canceling each other out perfectly.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point land here in the second. From deep 3-point range. And it's Young again missing.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the 3-point line.
And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
This is what you like to see. Kuzma not settling for something along the perimeter. In fact, just the opposite.
And it's Young again missing. Here's Washington now. They're on a 15-4 run. Here's Beal. Pass to Porzingis. Now Gafford. Porzingis in the post. Collins defending. And that one's good. Porzingis. And now it's a 4-point Wizard lead.
And after adding 16 pounds of muscle during the 2019 offseason, Porzingis handles contact so much better. Great finish inside. That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
For Washington, they've gotten 6 of 9 attempts to go in the second. Looking good. Porzingis finds Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Collins with a screen on Morris. Young against Morris. Young, the pass to Bay. Here's Bogdanovich. Pass to Bay. Back to Bogdanovich. From deep. Offensive rebound. Capella hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Capella's got his first bucket in this one.
The muscle Capella brings packs a punch, especially when he's hitting the offensive glass. You see his length, the explosion, making sure of that one.
Collins a screen. Young from long range. Sinks it from distance. Young's got 23.
What a fearless scorer Young is. And he does it in many different ways.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Wizards out in front, leading by 1. And we'll be back for the second half. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. We're seeing a tremendous game from Trae Young.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Now a timeout called by Washington. Some have said those old school power forwards, guys like Charles Oakley, they're becoming outdated. You see that, Grant?
Well, first of all, the physicality in the game is no more. The way Oakley would hit you and bruise you, you can't do that in today's game. And guys like Oakley are now playing the 5 position, and they're shooting 3-pointers. So a lot of it just is because the game has changed and evolved since the 90s when Oakley dominated.
Great skill level in the game right now. No question. Here's who Wes Unseld Jr. is starting in the second half. Kispert is out there with Avdia. Then there's Bradley Beal. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. And it's Gibson in at the center position. Out to Beal. Tipped. It's stolen by Bogdanovich. Collins outside. Pass to Murray. Good D by Nunn. The Wizards with a lead. Here's Kispert, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Collins with a screen on Nunn. Murray passes to Collins. Bogdanovich against Beal. Driving in, and then Beal with the dunk.
And he's just using every bit of his strong frame to battle the defense. Beal won't take no for an answer. And Bradley Beal getting a huge contract this summer. Now, he committed to being with the Wizards for his prime. And there was some speculation he might leave, but he cemented his time in Washington for many years to come.
Murray passes to Bogdanovich. And here's Collins for three. Rebound by the Wizards.
Atlanta foul. Onyeka Okongwu. His second. Team second.
And the free throw, no good.
Well, after the first-round exit in 22, the Hawks front brass admitted perhaps they've been too complacent with the roster. So that changed this summer, trading for an all-star in DeJounte Murray. He can make a big impact with his two-way talent. Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, B.A. Bradley Beal played for Coach Greg Popovich with the U.S. national team, and Pop said, quote, he's hard to keep up with. His balance and movement are very impressive. He stops on a dime, can pull up and shoot. That, along with his excellent footwork, are the most impressive things for me. Brian?
Yeah, great breakdown there, Allie. Thank you. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Here's Murray. Gets a very good look and converts. Murray's got 7 points in the game.
Quality pass from Sadiq Bey, recognizing the overcommitment and making the D pay for it.
Here's Avdia. Here he goes.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Pass to Collins. Back to Bogdanovich. And here's Bey. Fires the three. They get it back. Outside Bogdanovich. The three. He drops it from range. Bogdanovich has gotten himself on the board with a three there.
Whether wide open or with a man right up in his face, Bogdanovich shows nice touch with the three ball.
Here's Avdia. Can't hit that one. Excellent D there from Collins. Pass to Bogdanovich. Driving inside.
Wizards foul. Danny Avdia. His first. Team first.
They swipe it. None against Murray. And he dunks it down.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
There's Bogdanovich with the three. Kispert grabs a miss. And Washington with possession. They're on a 13-5 run. Pass to Gibson. Fires for three. Stolen by Collins.
Blocking foul. Call ball. Bradley Beal. His first. Team second.
The first one falls. Last season, Washington was hot out of the gates. They started 10-3, but things did not end well.
You know, and after that hot start, B.A., a 25-44 ending for the Wizards, failing to make the play-in game as well. Just a disappointing season after the promise Washington showed early.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third quarter. They get the rebound. Kuzma outside. Second chance shot. Pass to Gafford. Fires from deep. Shot clock at 6. And as it goes out of bounds, Washington able to keep possession. Here's Beal. 13 points in the game. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
I like when Beal looks to score inside because it forces the D to get physical with him.
Good on the second one. And Atlanta has possession. Bogdanovich from long range. He buries it from 3. Bogdanovich has got 8 points in the quarter.
Flashing move from Bogey, capable of creating for himself.
Beal, the pass to Porzingis. That one falls, coming off Beal's feed. And the Wizards lead by 7.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the result.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. The tandem on the perimeter, Murray and Hunter. Collins plays the 4 with Capella at the 5. And it's Young in at the point. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. No good on the triple.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Kuzma. Beal outside. And here's Porzingis. Back to Beal. From outside the arc. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got rebound number 8 now. Collins a screen. Young from long range. On target from range. Young's got 26.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Kuzma against Young. Collins with a screen on Kuzma. Young can't hit. For Washington, they've gotten half of their attempts to fall in the 4th. 2 for 4 now. Beal, the pass to Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Now, we know he can hit threes, but Kristaps showing he can slam it too.
Young against none. 3-pointer. Atlanta again missing.
Something's off about him this quarter.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Young with it. Gafford picks him up. Young, the pass to Capella. Back to Young. Just 5 to shoot. To end the run. The rebound by the Wizards.
Man, at what point do you blame the play calling more than the player?
Outside none. And he lobs it up to the rim. And stolen by Murray. And they're on the run.
Great awareness by Capella to recognize the breakdown defensively.
The Wizards have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the 4th quarter. Beal, the pass to Gafford. Now here's Porzingis. Out to Beal. There's the triple. Rebound, Trae Young. Atlanta has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown in this final quarter. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Hunter finds Capella. 6 to shoot. There's Young with the 3. Hits the trifecta. Young's got 8 points here in the quarter.
His team hasn't picked up the slack, but he's doing everything he can do to win this game for them.
Capella with a block.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
For them to have a chance, everything has to go right on both ends from this point on. You won't see this young man turn down big shots. Murray believes in himself, and so does this team.
And Bradley Beal is going to pick up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Screen by Capella. There's Young with the 3, and he buries it. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Oh my, huge play from Porzingis. A testament to the competitiveness that he plays with.
Pass to Hunter. Here's Murray driving to the basket. Money.
You have to love their intensity right now, getting hot at the perfect time.
They're so close now, they've got to keep their foot on the gas pedal.
Here's Porzingis. Now a timeout called by Washington. They're up by 2. There's 21 seconds left in the game. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Wes Unseld Jr. was discussing with his players. He told them this is a game that we can win. It's a game we should win. We've matched those guys step for step. From this point forward, let's try to force them to play at our tempo.
Thank you for that, Allie.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way. Incredible. Often the smallest guy on the floor, Young consistently comes up with the biggest plays.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta. They're down by 1. There's 6 seconds left in the fourth. Your thoughts, guys?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
These are the plays that people remember. I can't wait to see what he has devised.
There's 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Capella tipped away. Oh, get that out of here. Stuffed it and grabs the rock. A one-man stop. So it's a narrow victory for the Wizards. Pulling out the W. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped
Some NBA action for you coming up. Hey, Brent, tonight we got a terrific matchup in the backcourt. Let's rewind here a little bit, go back to when you played. Who were some of the guards you really enjoyed playing against?
What if I start with the list of the guys, Kevin, I didn't enjoy playing against? If I named Allen Iverson, Mitch Richmond, oh, and of course, Michael Jordan. Not the funnest nights at work, if you get my drift, but I did love playing one John Barry.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Mikal Bridges, and it's Johnson in at the small forward position. They get it back. The kick out to Young. Collins setting the pick for Young. Rebound, Brooklyn.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Dinwiddie's shot is off.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Young. Here's the three. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Defense is going to have to work overtime to get out to Trae Young in that kind of distance.
And this offensive system, Brent, that the Hawks run, it allows for a lot of creativity.
Yeah, lots of dribble handoffs at the top of the key. You obviously have the case of emergency break glass player in Trae Young. But they're not afraid to attack mismatches, and this is the type of offenses that I think a lot of players would enjoy playing in.
And Young kicks to Murray. Back to Young. 5 to shoot. Again, Young missing.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Here's Johnson. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one on Collins. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year. 86% from the stripe.
Young from outside. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
That stroke looks so good from Trae Young.
Nets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. They set the pick. Bridges, no one around him. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Bridges has got 5 points so far.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Collins, a screen on Dinwiddie. Young pass to Murray. He dishes it to Hunter. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
That's ball.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play.
Hey, yo, right here.
Young against Dinwiddie. Bridges outside. Claxton the pass to Dinwiddie. Just 5 to shoot.
2 minutes remaining.
Over Young. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And he finishes nicely on the layup. He's got 8.
Every player his size has a lot of creativity to the game, especially scoring. Trae is a flat-out scorer.
Claxton the pass to Dinwiddie. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Johnson kicks to Finney-Smith from past the arc. And the Nets, another 3.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Young against Dinwiddie. Young pass to Hunter. Collins dishes to Young. Beyond the arc. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Young knows his range to answer his opponent.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Nets. To the middle. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
He wanted to shoot that ball, but you see your teammate wide open. Be a good teammate. Make the delivery.
Young from outside. 40 seconds left to play in the first. And Murray, here we go. For three. Rebound by Johnson. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Dinwiddie kicks to Bridges. Kicks it out to Johnson. Takes a three. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
Murray, the pass to Capella. Now, here's Hunter. Young in the corner. And that does it for the first quarter. Brooklyn ahead, up 4. And we'll be back with you.
Please give a big round of applause.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
They couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Young and Bogdanovich are their guards. On-court spots filled by Hunter and Collins. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks.
And for the Nets, it's been a whirlwind last couple of years. Assembling a super team, and before you knew it, it fell apart. But this franchise has been back from the ashes before, so don't write off that front office just yet.
Hawks making a switch here. Griffin's checked in. Young from deep three-point range. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Every single inch of his range on that one.
Bridges finds Dinwiddie. And here is Bridges from the arc. And it's John Collins with the rebound. Young taking his time here. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Another three for Atlanta.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
No, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And again, it's the Nets missing. The Hawks leading. And there's the pass to Bogdanovich. Collins setting the pick for Bogdanovich. No good from outside. For Brooklyn, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Bridges. And shot on the way. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
It's Collins with the drive. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And guys, how about the different ways John Collins can score on you?
Well, John Collins can bully you on the inside, spot up and shoot a little bit from the three-point line. So that ability to stretch the floor makes him one of the harder forwards to have to contend with.
When you think of backcourt offenses in general, Greg, how critical is ball and player movement to a team's success?
Kevin, unless you have incredible isolation scores, it's essential. Even then, keeping the defense rotating and reacting is the best way to create open looks and offensive rebound opportunities.
And Young kicks to Bogdanovich. For the 3, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. The Nets have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Johnson left side. Wide open look. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Johnson's got 5 now.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Fair or not, as long as Trae Young is in the NBA, he will be connected to Luka Doncic. And that night back in 2018 during the draft, where those two guys swapped teams.
In that 2018 draft, Brent, the Doncic-Young swap was a huge deal.
Yeah, so the two will be compared, and I think that's been a great deal for each team. You've seen the growth, you've seen them in the playoff, you've seen the kind of excitement level that they brought to the fans, and both have been all-stars. So Luka and Trey, both spectacular offensive players, and they both are carrying the load.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Capella with a screen on Dinwiddie. Griffin passes to Young. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. A shot. Outside Griffin. Lets it go with a three. Knocks down the three ball. Griffin's got the lead up to 5 now for the Hawks.
Well, Capella at that size really has no issues spotting the open man.
Dinwiddie with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Claxton the pass to Johnson. Here's Finney-Smith. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 6 on the shot clock. Dinwiddie's shot is off. And here's Atlanta. They're on a 13-4 run. And Young kicks to Collins. Bogdanovich against Bridges. Young passes to Collins. Paxton coming off the assist from Young. And it's a 7-point Hawks lead.
Trae Young continuing to read and scan the floor. And that time finds an open teammate.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Griff. Young finds Griffin. Dinwiddie against Young. Capella with a screen on Dinwiddie. Young outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
There's some steely moments that come from Trae Young. I'll tell you what, the defense is getting under his skin. He rarely shows that.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
See, he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
For Atlanta, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line. 6 for 6. That free throw good from Young.
And they haven't let points get away from them at the line tonight. That's always something that'll allow a coaching staff to breathe a little easier.
Here's Curry with the three. Beat the clock. Count it! He caught it!
That's how you do it. Stay patient, wait.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. First half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Second half underway. Here's who Jock Vaughn's got on the floor. O'Neal is out there with Harris. Then it's Simmons. Then it's Curry. And it's Thomas in at the shooting guard position.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
And the way Trae Young, GA, is the focus of this offense. The numbers just pile up.
Yeah, I mean, they run so much through him. His usage rate is off the charts. Led the entire league in total points and total assists in 2022. And that hadn't been done in 49 years.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. Atlanta making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Bay comes in for John Collins. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Trae Young. Here's Murray. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. And Simmons kicks to O'Neal. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu.
And give him credit. Simmons struggled at the line when he entered the league, but Ben's really improved his foul shooting.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Pass to Murray. Top of the key. To the left side wing. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Team first.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And 79% from the line a season ago. Pretty consistent there as a free throw shooter.
And so he makes both from the line. Nets trail by 9. Harris passes to O'Neal. Back to Harris. Simmons dishes to Thomas. A 3. Rebound Atlanta. Baseline try. It's hauled in by Harris. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Nets. Simmons passes to O'Neal. Doesn't go that time. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. And Bogdanovich kicks to Bay. Here's Bogdanovich. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Shot clock at 6. Here's Murray. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Nets trail by 9. Passes it to Harris. Dishes to Curry. All sorts of time. It's hauled in by DeJounte Murray. Hawks have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. And Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Griffin. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Pass to Hunter. Back to Murray. Shot clock at 5. He feeds it to Okongwu. Can't cash in from close range.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Murray finds Harris. And again, it's the Nets missing. The Hawks leading by 9. Murray right side. The pass to Hunter. Now here's Bay. Okongwu with the screen for Bay. It's stolen by Harris. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. And Simmons slams it in.
Authoritative move by Simmons, throwing it down on the defense.
Murray looking around. The tray. And the 3 ball is good. Murray's got the lead up to 10 now for Atlanta.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Shot from the wing. Here's Bay. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And it's a 12-point Atlanta lead.
Bay focused to get through the contact, take that hit, and still finish.
Harris misses.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Murray outside. Rebounded by the Nets. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And stolen by Hunter. Murray against Curry. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Next foul, Royce O'Neal.
No good on the free throw.
Team third. At the line for Atlanta, DeJounte Murray.
He hits the second from the line. Nets trail by 13. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And stolen by Okongwu. And here is Murray. He's got 6. Pass to Bay. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. A 3-ball. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks. 13 points up at the end of the period. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this way?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Collins and Capella man the post position. Murray is the shooting guard, Hunter the small forward. And it's Young in at the points. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Yes, that goes in.
That's a great move by Trae Young and a brave one at that, playing right into the defender.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leading the defense to scramble.
Well, it's one thing in a game to do a great job of drawing fouls, but going to the free throw line and delivering, that's another.
Capella sends a screen for Young. From deep. Wide open look here for Murray. Atlanta gets it back in a new 14. Young outside, 6 to shoot. A rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And that's just too easy. Bridges in there slamming it down.
The Hawks leading by 14. Here's Young. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Dinwiddie finds Bridges. Back to Dinwiddie. On the wing, Bridges. Dinwiddie against Collins. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Capella with a screen on Dinwiddie. Young from outside gets it to go from beyond the arc. Young's got 32 points in the game.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Young way outside, and Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And so far, Young is making the defense look old. He is on fire to start this one.
Nets trail by 17. Passes to Bridges. The 3 from Johnson. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Murray kicks to Young. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Atlanta leading by 20. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Bridges, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Bridges has got 4 points this quarter.
Consistent shooter like Bridges loves to get openings from the mid-range like that to get his rhythm.
Young's shot is off. Nets trail by 18. Here's Claxton. Dinwiddie wide open. Buries it from 3-point range.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Young with no one around. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Nets have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth, 4 of 9.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Hawks.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Trae Young.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Takes the three. It's hauled in by Claxton.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
To the paint. Nets passing it around. Kicks it out to Johnson. There's the triple. They get the rebound. Pass to Bridges. Here's Finney-Smith. Bridges passes to Finney-Smith. Launches it. And Mikal Bridges, good for three.
Bridges has a lot of jobs for his team, but if he consistently knocks down three, you can add it to the list.
Now Young. From deep three-point range, connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
From deep. That shot off. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Here with Grant Hill. Well, when we look at tonight, this could come down to the backcourts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be one heck of a matchup.
And the starting lineup for the Nets. We've got Mikal Bridges. Johnson is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Nicholas Claxton, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point. Washington calls timeout.
You know, the way things fell apart for the Nets has some saying the super team's era might be ending. The Nets went all in and handed over a lot of control to those stars. Now, can they reestablish the culture that attracted them in the first place?
Porzingis in the post. Working on Claxton. Tries again. And another shot. The kick out to Morris. Pass to Beal. Launches a three. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Beal. Brooklyn with the ball. Outside Finney-Smith. The shot. That one off the back iron and out.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Here's Beal. Pass to Gafford. Out to Beal. On the wing, Kuzma. Morris on the wing. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And so it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Left side, Johnson. Pass to Finney-Smith. Takes the three. Shot on the wing. Here's Claxton. Oh, rejected by Beal. And he gets it back. Here's Bridges. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. Beal, the pass to Gafford. Misses from short range.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. Bradley Beal puts it in. For Washington, they've gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 attempts. And then Beal with the dunk.
Nimble moves on the drive by Beal. Able to just slip past the defense into a shot.
Right side Johnson. Screen by Claxton. To the paint. Stolen by Gafford. Kuzma drives in. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
And the three-pointer goes.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
When you look at Mikal Bridges, he's the quintessential 3-and-D wing, Richard.
With his quick feet and 7'1" wingspan, he can guard 1 through 4. And they call him the Warden for a reason. When he locks people up, he puts them in Mikal jail.
And Beal drops them both.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
On the wing, Finney-Smith. 4-3. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Kuzma, the pass to Morris. Back to Kuzma. Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball.
That pass wandered off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
And that's how you defend. Glad we had a chance to see a replay of that block again.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. It's Johnson with a drive. Back to Finney-Smith. This one for 3. Rebounded by Kuzma.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Beal finds Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Slick feed by Beal, taking advantage of the hole in the defense that set up a wide open man.
Dinwiddie with it, and it's Kuzma picking him up. Back to Dinwiddie. And the Nets call time here.
Well, the 27th pick in 2017, Kyle Kuzma made first-team All-Rookie. He was displaying just sort of significantly better shooting in the pros than he did in college at Utah.
And the Nets making a change here. Simmons is checked in. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Dinwiddie passes to Johnson. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Dinwiddie. Well, you look at Kuzma's shooting percentages. His rookie season still his most efficient, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he stayed at about that same level. But as an offensive-minded player, if he can progress a little, that would certainly help his value.
Porzingis. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
It's really good to see Kristaps inside forcing the issue. We know his outside abilities, but he can also bang down low.
Both free throws good from Porzingis.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Out to Bridges. 51 seconds left to play in the first. From deep, Johnson. Washington with a rebound. Beal outside. Pass to Kuzma. Let's go with a 3. Morris outside. On the wing, Kuzma. No one near him. Offensive rebound. Here's Porzingis. Hey, it's blocked by Simmons.
Oh, what a swat by Simmons, using his size and reach to bat away the shot.
Here's Johnson. Outside Simmons. And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. It's not going to go for him. And that does it for the first quarter. Wizards out in front, up by 4. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, let's quickly break down the game and what we've seen so far from the Wizards, guys.
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Nets. Johnson is out there with Ben Simmons. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1. Here's Gafford. A rebound by Ben Simmons.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Dinwiddie outside. Over Morris. And again, it's the Nets missing.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Down low. And stolen by Simmons. On the break. Dinwiddie with it. Guarded now by Morris. And the Wizards on the break. Here's Porzingis. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. And it's a shooter's league, and we're seeing more and more big men float out to the perimeter and knocking them down.
Well, B.A., the game has evolved, and the shooting, particularly from the bigs, is fantastic. But, you know, I wish the bigs had a little bit more diversity. I don't mind shooting from the perimeter, but every once in a while, go mix it up and take advantage of your size mismatch in the paint.
The Wizards with a lead. Morris passes to Porzingis. Gafford with the ball. Back to Porzingis. And they pick up 2. Porzingis has got 4 points in the quarter.
One of the tallest guys in the league. Give Porzingis the ball there and just let him work.
And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there. Now thinking about the Aussie Ben Simmons. Such an impressive defender, Richard.
Honestly, he's a defensive player of the year caliber player every year, mainly due to his ability to guard any position. This is the type of versatility that isn't seen very often.
Brooklyn has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. For 3, Bridges. Not going to go that time. Now the Wizards take it the other way. Morris passes to Kuzma. Back to Morris. They kick it out to Porzingis. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Bridges going inside. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Wizards?
And think about this. In an era of load management, Mikal Bridges is a rarity. He has never missed a game in college or the NBA.
Beal with it, picked up by Simmons. Porzingis misses. Brooklyn trailing. Right wing. Here's Simmons. That shot off. Kuzma with the defensive effort. And if you talk to Bridges, Grant, he really credits his mom for his determination on and off the court.
You know, BA, it's a terrific story. Now, she actually made the NBA before Mikal did. She joined the 76ers organization in 2015, 3 years before Mikal was drafted. Oh, my. Big Ben showing us how it's done.
And then Beal with the dunk.
Slams it down with two hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. The shot by Johnson, no good. For Washington, they've gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Beal, the pass to Morris. And here's Gafford. It's stolen by Johnson. Bridges outside. Shoots. From the arc. Oh, they get a hand on it. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Johnson. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Beal driving in. Got a piece of it. Lets it fly. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Well, the Wizards shooting around 33%. Not the best offensive efficiency. Gafford can't hit from in close. And the Nets with possession here. 8-point game. Simmons, the pass to Johnson. Dinwiddie outside. The three is up. And after missing his first 3 shots, he drains it. 1 for 4.
The pass-first nature of Simmons. Fantastic job scanning the floor and finding the open teammate.
And the Wizards call time here. A big group substitution here for Washington. Gibson's checked in for Gafford. Avdia comes in for Kristaps Porzingis. Kispert's checked in for Kuzma. And Nunn is subbed in for Morris. Finney-Smith's checked in for Brooklyn. And stolen by Bridges. 35 seconds left in the second period. Outside Johnson. And a miss there on the triple.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Stolen by Dinwiddie.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how that plays out.
Bridges passes to Dinwiddie. Left side Johnson. From deep. Yes. And a nice assist from Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists in the game.
That's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Wizards out in front. They're up by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You look at Kristaps Porzingis. What a contribution.
And he was a beast on the offensive glass in that first half. How can they slow him down?
The way to limit those offensive boards, it's just effort, guys. Whoever is guarding him has to get to position and beat him to the spot.
They've got Kispert. Taj Gibson is out there with Avdia. Then there's Bradley Beal, and it's Nunn in at the point. So that's who Wes Unseld Jr. starts the second half with.
This is where Simmons is most comfortable shooting from. Once he's this deep, feed him. Oh, and last summer, Ben Simmons had surgery on a herniated disc. I'm not a back expert. You know, I'm more of an ankle guy, but hard to be effective when that area is just not right.
And Brooklyn shooting only 26% for this game. Not good. Picked it out of midair. Pass to Gibson. Harris against Nunn. Here's O'Neal. Here's Simmons. And he hits it to tie the game. Simmons has got 4 points this quarter. And last season, Ben Simmons caught some flack for not suiting up in the playoffs. Grant, you think his surgery quieted those voices a little?
I think it did a little bit. But, at this point, it's going to come down to his performance on the court. He does have something to prove. It'll be interesting to see what he does.
Harris outside. The kick out. Curry for the lead. Washington with a rebound. Beal's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Nunn. Here's Avdia. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal
and at 6'9", Denny Avdia, great size for a wing grant.
Yeah, B.A. When you combine that with his motor, too, he's already an excellent defender with the versatility to cover inside and out.
And the Wizards making a change here. Davis is checked in. Claxton, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Mills comes in for Thomas.
Well, you look at Seth Curry. For his career, around 44% from long range. That's easily top 5 in NBA history.
And Seth Curry, one of the elite shooters in league history. But his road to the NBA was no red carpet, Grant.
So true. After graduating from Duke in 2013, a couple years in the G League proving himself, the questions were about his defense, but that stroke was never in question.
Washington trailing. Nunn, the pass to Davis. And as it goes out of bounds, Washington able to keep possession. Washington making some changes. Gafford comes in for Gibson, and Porzingis is subbed in for Avdia. Over to the wing. Pass to Gafford, and stolen by Simmons. Up top, Curry. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Mills. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Coming off the bench and playing well, it's an art. And Patty Mills, look, he's mastered that art. He's been excellent in that role for years.
And Patty Mills in this league for over a decade now. Richard, what makes him the ideal 6-man, you think?
I don't know. First, it's Patty's mentality. He's unselfish, kind of a team-first guy. Game-wise, Mills is a fantastic shooter. Plays on or off the ball. He fills whatever guard role you need.
The Wizards with another miss. The Nets have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Curry passes to Simmons, and stolen by Nunn. To the inside. Here's Porzingis. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Porzingis has got 10 points. Mills against Davis. Outside Simmons. Harris outside. The 3-ball. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Standing at 7'3". We have never seen a player quite like Kristaps Porzingis. A fantastic shooter, a solid ball handler. What a talent.
So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Finney-Smith checked in for Ben Simmons. Johnson comes in for Harris. Bridges, he's checked in for Mills. And it's Dinwiddie in for Curry. And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. Davis with a rebound. The Wizards with a lead. Pass to Kispert. They kick it out to Porzingis. He gets it in there. Porzingis has got 6 points in the quarter.
On the offensive end, Porzingis has been so dialed in, making the most of every scoring opportunity he gets.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Bridges misses. The Wizards have gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Gafford. Nunn finds Porzingis. The kick out to Nunn. Just 5 on the clock. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul.
And he makes the first.
Third team foul. At the line for the...
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Here's Dinwiddie. Here's Bridges. Oh, clanks the dunk. Up in time. No good. And so it's the Washington Wizards leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the floor for the Nets, Ben Simmons is out there with Cameron Johnson. Then it's Nicholas Claxton. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard position.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Bridges passes to Simmons. Now here's Dinwiddie. No good with the triple. Porzingis up top. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
Rock the baby. Working the size advantage inside.
Three-pointer, Bridges. Yes. And that's Simmons with the assist.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Here's Davis. It counts! And the foul! That's on Mikal Bridges.
Man, what focus. I mean, the hoop and the harm. Incredible.
The Wizards making a switch here. Morris is checked in. A guy who plays with great confidence, Grant. Davis is always looking to attack.
Yeah, and B.A., that's true at both ends of the floor. His competitive nature allows him to guard an opponent's best scorer and at the same time shoulder much of the offensive load.
Here's Porzingis. Deflected. Pass to Davis. Knocks it down from distance. And the Wizards lead by 7.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
And it's Morris penetrating. Chalk up 2 there. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Wizards? Brooklyn has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. For 3, Bridges. Shot to stop the run. Rebound by the Wizards. There's Davis with the 3. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Lets the 3 fly. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Bridges outside. Here's Simmons. Count the basket and the foul. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up.
Oh, impressive play from Simmons, showing he can step up and be the guy on offense when he has to.
Beal, he's checked in for Washington. Morris passes to Porzingis. Uses the glass on the layup. Porzingis has got 10 points in just the second half.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
And it's Simmons with the jam.
As point guards go, I don't know that anyone can throw it down like Simmons. He dunks more than most centers do.
Back to Beal. They kick it out to Porzingis. That one falls, coming off Beal's feed. Porzingis has got 6 points in the quarter.
Scoring this much while shooting this well. Insane.
Bridges passes to Dinwiddie. Back to Bridges. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Puts up a three. Washington with a rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Beal from outside. Pass to Kispert. Back to Porzingis. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity in a three-point play. It's going to go on Ben Simmons. We've got 1:13 left in the final quarter. Dinwiddie passes to Johnson. Pass to Dinwiddie. Back to Johnson. And Brooklyn again with a bucket.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Outside Johnson. Bridges outside. No good from outside.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy. It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
Dinwiddie outside. From downtown. Here's Claxton. It's Johnson with a drive to the middle. They had a number of cracks at it. Just came away empty-handed. And here's Beal. And so it's Washington with the W. This one was in the balance right until the final second.
matchup, Greg, with two conference rivals set to clash yet again.
Yeah, we're going to see some added effort and intensity, and don't be surprised if it gets a little chippy.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Murray is the shooting guard, Hunter the small forward. Collins and Capella man the post positions. And it's Young in at the 1. 6 on the shot clock, and it's Murray with the jam.
And you expect this from Young. He scans the floor and finds an open man for the shot.
Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
And everybody out of the way. I mean, clear the lane. We've got some rims to rattle.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam. Shot's good from Young.
Right there, you see it. Young's ability to operate out of that pick and roll, very advanced for a player of his age.
And Beal kicks to Kuzma. Fires from deep. Beal against Murray. Out to Kuzma. A second chance effort. Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, 7'3" doesn't need much of a vertical. Easy finish for KP.
And staying healthy for Porzingis has been a challenge over his career. Not uncommon for players standing well above 7 feet.
Deep 2 from Murray. Young looking around. Fires for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And you give Young just a glimpse of the bucket. He can drain it from literally anywhere on the floor.
And in New York, even before his injuries, the front office voiced concerns about Porzingis' ability to stay healthy.
Well, the track record for players 7-2 and up, not great. And today's game demands more movement from big men than ever before.
Here's Hunter following the bucket by the Wizards. Here's Murray. He kicks to Hunter. Pass to Young. Now Hunter jacks up a 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is. Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's Collins. Young outside. Back to Collins. Up and in on the layup.
And let the big man eat. It's clear that Collins loves getting these kinds of scoring opportunities.
Here's Beal, and he uses the glass on the layup. Beal's got his second basket of the game.
And there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And here's Young from the arc. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And the thing about Young's jumper, it's almost intimidating. And that unlocks so many other options for him.
A 3 from Morris. Porzingis passes to Kuzma. Outside Beal. Wizards passing it around. Here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Young drives in. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
At his best when attacking the rim. Young not settling for a jumper, putting the onus on the D.
Driving the lane. They grab their own miss. Here's Gafford. Count it.
I just love the determination on that backboard. Coming out of the gates really, really strong.
Yeah, we're seeing some early signs that he is on his game. That putback's a good illustration of the work he's ready to put in tonight.
The offensive rebound. Capella. Oh, and the jam by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds. And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Murray outside. In the corner, Collins with it. Porzingis with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Kuzma's got it.
When your teammate makes a steal, your first thought is, I'm sprinting the floor. Kyle Kuzma does just that.
7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Young way outside from beyond the arc and then some. Young's got 14 points for the game.
And this game already taking shape as an offensive battle.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
Oh, the big fella throwing it down hard.
Young outside. Fires the three. It doesn't go for him. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. And he's... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Morris and Beal are the guards. Daniel Gafford is out there with Porzingis, and it's Kuzma in at the small forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards.
You know, over the last couple of seasons, it feels like the Washington Wizards roster is in constant flux. I mean, from role players to all-stars, guys coming in and out. Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. You can see some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Young fires away from outside. Porzingis with the rebound. It's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. For Washington, how difficult, Greg, is it to win when your roster changes, as you were just talking about? It changes so much from year to year.
It's really tough. I mean, take Spencer Dinwiddie. You know, he signs a big 3-year deal, traded 6 months later. So when things like that happen, it's so difficult to create chemistry.
Three-pointer. Good on the triple. Bogdanovich has got his first 3 points of the game.
And this is why Bogdanovich has a permanent green light from the arc. Frankly, the team expects this from him. And you could see he knew exactly where that long rebound was coming off, able to get there quickly and snatch it up.
Murray for three. Rebounded by Gafford.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
So timeout called here, the first for the Wizards. Evaluating recent attempts, Doris, to create super teams. They haven't quite worked out as planned, have they?
What we understand now is the game isn't played on paper. So many things go into winning. Chemistry, health, and if you risk your future trying to put together a super team with no consideration for what comes next, that can be problematic.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Bayes checked in for Atlanta. Here's Porzingis. The shot from the low post is good. Porzingis has got it all tied up now for the Wizards.
That's what you call using your size in the painted area. Kristaps Porzingis, easy work right there.
Deep two from Murray, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
The Wizards have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Here's Beal, and finished off by Beal.
Oh, off the bounce. Beal breaks down the defense.
And has gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the 3-point shot tonight. Very respectable.
The subject of trade rumors year after year, Beal has the skill set every team is looking for.
Well, he's elite at scoring the basketball, and he understands when and how to create for the players around him. There's only a handful of guys in this league who can do what he does with his level of consistency.
Atlanta's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Capella sets a screen for Murray. Griffin finds Murray. Back to Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
Beal against Bogdanovich. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down to just one on the bucket from Bradley Beal.
But you see how crafty Bradley Beal is. The athleticism helps in the paint. That's nicely done.
The 11-footer in Atlanta again with the bucket.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg. Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Griffin dishes to Murray. Back to Griffin. Just 5 on the clock. And Griffin slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stump to get the 2 points. This is it to Gibson. Outside, Porzingis. The drive by Beal. And he can't jam it through. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Back to Bay. Capella with a screen on Porzingis. Bay wide open, and he fires. There's the pass to Bogdanovich. Bay with a screen on Beal. Bogdanovich wide open, and he's good on the 3-ball. And now a 6-point Hawks lead.
Bogdanovich is a very consistent shooter from the field. He's got great mechanics and can just pepper you with shots.
Out to Kuzma. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. And here's Bogdanovich. He has 6. In the corner, Murray with it. Lets it go from deep. And that one released in time, but no good. And so we conclude the first half. It's Atlanta as they wrap up. Thank you, David, for that interview.
38.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Griffin out there with Bay. Then there's DeJounte Murray. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Okongwu in at the 5 spot.
There's a reason people call Kristaps Porzingis the unicorn. A 7-foot big man, but boy, what a sweet shooter he is.
Trae Young, he's checked in for the Hawks. There's the dish to Bogdanovich. Back to Young. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
You know, a stellar floor general. Young has that uncanny ability to find his guys at the right time. Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Right side, Bogdanovich. Back to Young. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Okongwu slams it in.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And it's sent back by Okongwu. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Inside.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Here's Porzingis. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
The defense made the mistake of allowing Kristaps Porzingis to find his rhythm. Going to be a long night if you don't cool him off.
And Young kicks to Bogdanovich. Back to Young. With the floater. That's not going to drop for him. 5 of 9 with that miss. Beal drives in and finished off by Beal.
Boy, this guy's so springy from the two-guard position. Just incredible athleticism by Bradley Beal on the drive.
John Collins, he's checked in for Atlanta.
Now into the lineup for the Hawks, John Collins.
Here's Young. He's got 14. From deep three-point range, Kuzma pulls it in.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Bogdanovich finds Young. Hawks passing it around. Pass to Okongwu. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Hey guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
2 minutes.
The Hawks leading by 6.
2 minutes.
Outside, Bogdanovich. He feeds it to Griffin. Porzingis with the steal. And Nunn has got the ball here for the Washington Wizards. Griffin passes to Young. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Okongwu slams it in.
And you can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
In the corner, it's Griffin. Bogdanovich up top. He's covered by Beal. Pocket 6. Here's Young. He takes it in. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, the cleverness Young possesses is just uncanny. Puts the defense in a bind whenever he drives it to the rack.
Daniel Gafford's checked in for the Wizards.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Avdiaz checked in for Washington. Kisper comes in for Kyle Kuzma. The drive by Beal. Young against Nunn. The second effort, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
It's going to be on Trae Young.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Atlanta making a switch here. Hunter's checked in, and that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Young. 16 points for him. In the corner, it's Hunter. 15 seconds left in the third. Beal against Bogdanovich. Gafford. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Gafford's got 10 points. Bogdanovich looking around. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. In a moment now, as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Bradley Beal is out there with Kendrick Nunn. Then there's Kispert. Then it's Avdia. And it's Gafford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Okongwu with the screen for Young. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. 6 to shoot. Young passes to Hunter. Cuts off the pass. Here's Avdia. And finished off by Avdia.
And forget about finesse. This is all about the power.
Okongwu with the screen for Young. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And although he's smaller, Young willing to battle inside and shows you he can score through contact.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Murray comes in for Bogdanovich. Beal finds Gafford, and he gets it to go.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
Basket good. Young's got the lead up to 8 now for Atlanta.
One of the most dangerous scorers in the game. Young's confidence serves as the catalyst for him taking over games. Yeah, the defender all over.
Throw good, Beal.
At the line for Washington.
And both free throws good for Beal. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Here's Murray. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. No good on that one.
Second team foul. At the line for the Hawks.
And he sinks the second. Wizards trail by 7. In the corner, Nunn with it. Collins grabs the miss. For Atlanta, they've got all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Young with the ball. Makes it off the glass. Young's got 26.
And some crafty inside play from Young, finding a way around the defense to get his shot.
Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
Possession to Atlanta.
The Hawks leading by 9. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game. Nunn kicks to Avdia. Back to Nunn. Wizards passing it around. Gafford passes to Nunn. Gafford with the ball. And Gafford throws it down.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
To the inside. Stolen by Kispert. Nunn with it. He's picked up by Collins. Here's Gafford. That shot no good. So Atlanta will take it the other way.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. 2 minutes.
Young against Nunn. Young outside. And the layup's good off the glass. Young's got 30 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Murray, the pass to Young. Murray outside. Kicks to Hunter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Young for 3. Wide open look here for Murray. The basket good. Off the assist from Young.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do. And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Atlanta.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Trae Young.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
To the middle. Stolen away. Into the lane. And the wide open shot from Avdia. And another miss by Washington. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to